That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage.
It's Division I football! Go play intramurals, brother. Go play intramurals.
But, you know, I am going to try, and there will be some people inconvenienced. And if it happens to be their fat little girlfriends, too bad.
Twitter, radio.
Yeah, I'd give a rat's ass about Twitter.
All right, welcome to the Jake and Big Show. Week 10's in the books. We got our first college football playoff rankings. Ohio State is number one. I mean, they finally are getting the respect we deserve.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I don't know what to think, honestly. I mean, Ohio State number one, that's...
Watch yourself, dude. It's given. I mean, all right, they have one of the better... I mean, their win percentage is 100 for one. The teams they played, they've either just dominated them straight up, so that's the look test that they passed, or they're teams that they didn't necessarily dominate, but they still beat them by 24 points.
Yeah, but you still have, Penn State, Michigan?
We got Penn State and Michigan to close out the season, yeah. This weekend we are playing Maryland. Next weekend is Rutgers. And then
both
we're on.
Trash.
Yeah.
Well, your signature win is Wisconsin.
And then Michigan State when they were
Michigan
ranked.
State.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were ranked.
So Michigan State's a decent win.
College football playoffs, we had 1 Ohio State, 2 LSU, 3 Bama, which is key, 4, which is also key, Penn State. Clemson got pushed to 5. I actually, in my opinion, and I've been seeing this trending around on Twitter as well, is if Penn State got over Clemson, they should have got over Bama as well. Bama shouldn't be in there either. If Clemson's missing out because of their schedule, Bama should too. Bama's played no one.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're setting this up. I feel like they do this every year where they don't really believe these rankings. What they do is they're giving people boosts so that they know later on. So, like, the reason why Penn State is above Clemson is because they know Clemson's going to play Ohio State. And when that occurs...
No, Penn State's going to play Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, Penn State's going to play Ohio State. And when that occurs, one of them is going to lose. And the loser will drop and Clemson will jump back in.
Yeah, I get that reasoning. But
because
that's still saying with these rankings that Penn State is better than Clemson.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You know, because it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like, oh, they'll be playing them, so we'll just put them up there when they get beat or whatever. It shouldn't be like that. It's straight up 25 best teams, rank them.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's also a money thing because you got to think because Clemson's got nobody left to play really.
Yeah, they just got their title game and it's going to be against Wake Forest, which they are ranked currently, but they're currently ranked 19th.
It's not going to be a good game.
And again, this is the first college football playoff rankings this year. We get 5 more until obviously they're decided, and then we go to the playoffs and bowl games. But it's the first one. These are going to fluctuate probably pretty. I mean, Bama and LSU play this weekend, so 2 or 3 is going to drop out.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying.
But all right,
they put them up there so that when they play the game, it makes it look better.
If Bama loses, do you then bump up Penn State, or is Clemson just replacing Bama and jumping Penn State?
Yeah.
Well, if that happens, if Clemson jumps Penn State into Bama's slot at 3, then why the hell are they there now? Why aren't they there now, you know?
Well, we'll see what happens because this weekend Penn State has to play Minnesota.
Yeah, this weekend.
What if they lose to Minnesota?
Penn State plays Minnesota, and it's on the road, I'm pretty sure.
And what's Minnesota ranked?
17. They're ranked 17.
17?
Yep.
So you're going to jump them from 17 to 4 because they beat Penn State? They're both undefeated?
No, but what I'm saying is Clemson's 5, Penn State's 4, Bama's 3. If Bama loses, Penn State should be moving into that spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
and then Clemson would go into 4.
That's tough. But here, let's go from our picks from last week. Let's talk about our picks.
I called it. I told you guys. I told you I was putting a juju on you. You were gonna go 0 and I was gonna go 3 for.
Well, I hit one, but yeah, close.
Did you hit one?
Yeah, Oregon.
Fuck. I thought you. Damn you, Oregon.
Yeah.
I considered my
Oregon.
I convinced myself that you went 0 for.
No, yeah, that was only a 4-point spread, and they dumpstered.
Well,
them.
I went from being down 12 to now being down 5.
Yeah.
I made that. That's a significant jump in one weekend. I honestly didn't think it'd be possible.
Dude, the luck for real. I don't know what the juju was, but you covered by like 3 points in 2 year games. And another let me see.
It doesn't matter.
5, 6.
Wofford is clutch.
All 3 games
Everyone was saying that was
combined,
stupid.
the amount of points was like 7 points.
I had an insider.
You picked
He was the one.
Georgia. They won by 7. The spread was 6.5. Wofford, you got 47. They covered by 2. What they lose by 45, and then Utah was 3.5, and they won by like 5 or something
5.
weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that's insane.
I mean,
bro.
what can you
2.5,
say? I mean,
and
what
then
can you say when you're that good
3.
at making picks like I am?
5 points. You got 3. You hit 3 games at 5 points.
Yeah, but that's
total.
I like
Combined.
I like excitement. I like being on the edge of the seat during the games, watching these and being like, shit, like I might not cover.
Sometimes
I
the ball
couldn't
just
tell- I can't
bounces
tell
your
you.
way.
I watched these games. I was flipping back and forth between all the channels, being like, "Oh shit, they're down 5. I need them to be down 6 or whatever."
Yeah.
I was like flipping. It was so fun. I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that Wofford covered was unreal because Clemson should have went down one last time and scored again, and somehow they didn't.
Yeah,
They
they
just
ran the
didn't.
clock out.
Thank God. But yeah. So now I'm only down 5 points this weekend. I think I'll be making a little bit of a boost back again. What's game day this weekend? I've already said it. It's 2 and 3. LSU Bama. It's at Bama,
Yeah.
and Bama's favored 6.5.
And then
What's your take on that?
well, also, what was it in 2012? They said his game of the century. I think this game is bigger than that game was. I think LSU's better than they've ever been against Bama.
I think they're just
A
better.
lot of people say
in
that.
general.
The crazy thing is it's 6.5. 6.5 is a lot for how close these teams are. And the only reason LSU's getting that, I believe, is because LSU has had a problem beating Bama. But
I mean, it is at Bama. I get that.
well, they said
I just
even
don't- I mean, I
they
thought,
said
I thought
it's-
LSU was going to be favored.
yeah, well, no, here's the thing. LSU is 6.5. They said on a neutral site, Bama would still be a 3-point favorite.
I would take LSU even if they were favored in this game. I'm for sure taking them. I
As a
mean, they're going to
6-point
win
dog.
the game, so 6.5 doesn't matter.
Honestly,
They're getting 6.5
I
points.
disagree.
I'm taking
I-
LSU at plus 6.5. Mark it down.
I'm taking LSU plus 6.5. I think Bama wins the game by 3.
I think you're just wrong.
I think Bama is just historically
So you're
been able to get
taking-
this done. And
You're taking LSU,
I'm taking LSU to cover the spread.
but you think Bama's going to win by 3.
Yeah.
I think LSU is just good. I just call it an outright win.
Outright win.
Yeah.
They might. I mean, I
It
think
doesn't matter because they're the dog, so it doesn't really matter.
I think what it'll come down to is if Tua plays. I watched some tape on Tua in practice. I don't know how they did it, if they snuck in a camera or something, but I watched Tua take reps and do drills, and Tua looked all right. He really wasn't wincing that much. And
I don't think Tua is that great.
I think Tua, well, yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother debate, but I mean, the problem is Tua's a lot better than whoever the hell they have a backup. And
Yeah.
he's going to make a big
What's
difference.
his name again? Matt Brown or something, or Matt Moore? Or, I don't know.
They have
whatever
like
it is.
3 of
Yeah,
them, and
it's
they're undecided, I think.
whatever. Bama.
But-
I think Bama goes down this weekend. I mean, we would.
That-
I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess since we're taking the same one, which is all right. But you know what we can do? We can throw in Penn State, Minnesota as a game. You gonna do that?
We can do that.
Let's do it. Who do you think is going to win that? Penn State -7.
Penn State -7.
Yeah.
Where is it in Penn State?
At Minnesota, I believe.
I'm taking Minnesota.
Yeah. Well, never mind that because I'm taking Minnesota too. Fuck it.
PJ Fleck, dude, row the boat.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm taking. We don't have to do it because it wouldn't matter. We're both taking. I would take Minnesota to cover the spread, but Penn State to win the game.
Okay, so you're stealing my swag over there,
Yeah,
huh?
dude, I'm just stealing your stick.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so we got to move on. Willie Taggart, I called it at the beginning of the year when FSU proved themselves to be frauds yet again. I said Willie Taggart won't make it through the end of the year, and lo and behold, he did not.
Yeah.
Willie Taggart was fired
Honestly,
this week, and deservedly so.
I was surprised that he even got hired that job. I mean,
Yeah,
that kind of blew my mind.
They screwed that up.
And then, I mean, dude, like, Willie was just so bad. Like, just so terrible. I mean, dude, when a little kid has got a lemonade stand to pay you out, like, you know, the end is near.
When he doesn't even know why you're bad, he just knows that you're bad. and
Yeah.
he's trying to buy you out
Yeah.
at quarters on the dollar.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, dude, at that point,
We had to talk about that though.
Willie
Moving
Taggart.
on.
I mean, dude, honestly, they got Gundy. They think is like a high. But here's the thing. This happens all the time with Tennessee and all these teams. They all think they're getting Gundy. You're not getting Gundy. Just give up.
I think
okay.
they might get Gundy.
No, bro.
I mean,
you're not
dude,
getting Gundy.
I think Gundy is going to make a decision.
Florida State has
he-
two options.
Is he going to win in Oklahoma State having to compete against OU? While, yes, FSU, you got to compete against Miami and Florida, you're still FSU. You're going to get those 5-star recruits. If Gundy goes there, he's getting 5-star recruits for sure. He's not getting 5-star recruits here.
I mean, dude, it's very simple. I'll break it down for you.
Do you think he can win a natty with 5-star recruits? Doesn't matter. I don't care. You name it Joe Schmo University.
Yeah,
If he goes to FSU, he has a better shot at winning a natty.
that might be true, but he's not going to go. And
Why?
the reason why
Go what? Go what? Go
is
coach?
the same reason why Cade Cunningham is coming to Oklahoma State
Oh, I
basketball.
knew you were going to have to get that in here.
Yeah,
I knew it.
because blood is thicker than water. Mike Gundy's family in Oklahoma State, like, he's not gonna leave. Like, people just think that he is, and he's not, just because people want him and stuff. But family runs too deep.
Yep. Well, you guys got the #1 overall prospect in college basketball. I actually think that bumps you to the #1 overall class, right?
No.
I thought I read that.
No.
'Cause you guys have a #1 overall recruiting class for wrestling,
Yes.
and I thought I read that you also now have it in basketball.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the thing about Oklahoma State you gotta understand is,
I mean, he's the
every
#1
sport,
overall recruit, right?
He is on some people. You know, it's one of those things
Yeah,
that
like
half
24/7
the people
has them at 1 or 2
Yeah.
or 3, and then ESPN has them at 3 or 4
Yeah,
or 2.
some people
Yeah.
have him at 1, other people have him at 2.
But he's up there.
He's projected #1 draft pick, #1 overall in the NBA draft in 2021 or whatever.
So he'll be here
So,
next fall.
next fall.
Or not here, but at OSU.
Yeah, at OSU.
The fake OSU. Because we them boys.
Hey, we'll see what that might be legit. If we are waiting another kid named Bryce Thompson, if he commits, we legit might go to a natty in basketball.
I was going to put it out today when I saw that. I did tweet out my projected Final Four, or actually my hopeful Final Four. I had Cuse, Ohio State, Florida, and Gonzaga. But a bubble team to watch, I think, is going to be Oklahoma State this year, and for sure next year.
Yeah,
Because I
next
think you
year.
guys got a good. I mean, I know we're getting off topic of football, but you guys do have a good core coming back from last year, this year.
Yeah.
And so for them to develop this year and then next year tack on Cade Cunningham, and if you guys get Bryce Thompson, tack those two guys on. I mean, come on, that's gonna be a legit team. You're gonna have a solidified team that's got history, adding on 2 talented guys that probably will, blend well, really well, pretty quick. you know?
Yeah.
Um,
We'll see what
I
happens.
think you guys are going to be pretty good this year. I think you guys do something in the tournament, but I don't think you guys are going to.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
think
could make
we'll
a run.
We'll,
I mean, you never know. All you got to do is make it to March. You
Yeah.
just got to make it to March.
Yeah, the whole thing about college basketball is making the tournament. If
Yeah,
you
you don't
get
need to
in,
go.
if you get in, you got a chance. If you don't, you don't. That's as simple as it gets in college basketball.
You didn't need to go. You don't need to go 32-0. You just need to go enough to get in.
Yeah,
and that's all that matters. Because once you win, all that matters is that game that you're playing, the next game.
Yep.
Or that game that you're playing, really.
Yep. But anyway, we'll go back to
Yeah.
Florida State. Florida State, I believe they have two options. Option one is tell Bob Stoops the XFL is not going to work. Come coach for us. You want to win a natty? You've done it before. That's one option. The other
Bring
option
this program back to its prominence.
is I would call Mike Leach on the phone and say, dude, whatever you want, like, you've never been able to get those high recruits. You'll get them here.
Mike Leach going to a Power 5 top tier school. Like, I know he's been at Texas Tech. He's at Washington State now. But go to FSU.
Yeah, if Mike Leach goes to FSU, they will be dangerous.
I will be a fan of them.
Oh, it'll be insane.
You will not be frauds in my eyes. Right now, you're frauds just like Notre Dame, Tennessee, and UCLA.
Dude, that
will always.
If you're Florida State, I don't care what it takes, what strings you got to pull. Call Mike Leach on the phone and be like, dude, whatever you want, you want,
Mike
we'll
Leach
pay you.
Or Mike Gundy. Doesn't matter which Mike you want. Your pick, your offer. We're moving on to lock. We're moving on to locks.
All right, move lock.
I get the last word on that. Mike Leach, Mike Gundy, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Moving on to locks. Speaking of Tennessee, I'm actually taking Kentucky.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, I thought you were going to take Tennessee.
Kentucky, they're an even spread. All they got to do is win the game. I think Kentucky at home against Tennessee, Tennessee, you suck. I don't know how you got 4 wins. I expected you guys to have 1 or 2 throughout the whole year after that abysmal first 2 games of the year, or first 3 games of the year.
Funny you say that because also Mark Stoops, who coaches Kentucky. Is high odds for Florida State.
I know.
That's a funny tie-in.
Mike Gundy or Mike Leach or Mike Stoops.
Mark Stoops.
He's Mike today. Mike Stoops.
Mike Stoops.
Mike
Mark
Leach,
Stoops.
or
Who
Mike
cares?
Gundy. You choose. You got the picking of the litter. Go ahead, Florida State. Get Mike Gundy if you want him.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
I got Kentucky even spread against Tennessee.
I'm going to go
As my lock.
with what some people think is a trap game, honestly.
Oh, boy.
I'm taking Baylor at TCU -2. The spread doesn't really make sense to me. Why would it be only -2?
I think I also agree with you. That is outrageous.
Yeah, that spread is stupid.
Baylor should be like at least a 10-point spread.
Yeah. TCU's offense is terrible.
Terrible. Their
Terrible.
defense is not great either.
I went to the game last week. I watched them play. Their offense not
Which you guys
good.
beat them.
Yeah, we beat them. But I think, people think in their mind TCU's good at home. They beat Texas at home. Maybe they can turn it on. And I think the real big thing is Baylor looking ahead next week to play OU in Waco? Because they know, like, hey, that could be game day, and they might be overlooking TCU. And TCU at home might be a tough
They
game.
might get a little sleepy
I think
on them.
that's the only reason that spread is that way.
That's tricky,
But the spread is dumb.
Yeah,
Baylor's so much better. I have to take Baylor.
you got to
I have to take it.
But when it becomes a trap game and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, damn it, I knew it.
Yeah.
But moving on to trap games, I was going to take for a dog, I was going to take a trap game. I was going to take Iowa State OU. Iowa State's 14.5. The thing is
Brock Purdy.
OU is feeling disrespected, or they might feel like they're now done. And Iowa State now knows they have the playbook, they have the blueprint to beat OU from Kansas State. Which how the fuck you got that? How they built that blueprint is outrageous. I mean, they didn't even have an architect to build it. They just happened to stumble upon this room of blueprints to beat OU. Iowa State might now have that as well. And I think that because it's OU, they're number 9. Iowa State might be up on this game. It kind of reversely for Baylor and TCU. You know how like TCU might be catching them sleeping. I think Iowa State might catch OU sleeping, but I'm not taking them. I'm actually going to take Liberty +17 at BYU.
Oh, that's such a great game. I love that pick.
Because Liberty is actually not that bad. They just don't play any big dogs. But BYU isn't even great. BYU, I'm pretty sure, has screwed me a couple times this year. I can't remember exactly if they screwed me or if it was BYU or Who else was it that screwed me? Doesn't matter. But they're not going to screw me this
Boise
week.
State, maybe? I don't know.
I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Liberty plus 17. I think this is going to hit.
Yeah,
I
Liberty.
think the Superdog's going to hit.
Liberty,
And because
their
Kentucky's going to
defense,
beat Tennessee, that 1 point, I almost don't even. It's all right.
dude. Anytime your quarterback's nickname is Buckshot,
Yeah. I
Tyler
didn't
Buckshot Calvert.
I didn't consider that because I actually didn't even remember it.
Yeah,
But
so their quarterback
I
is
double
Buckshot.
down and I still take Liberty.
Yeah, Gandy Golden is their wide receiver, really good. Their offense is really good. You know, I like that Liberty pick, dude. That Liberty pick is nice. Their defense is
I
kind
was
of
going to take
questionable.
Nevada
but-
too at San Diego State. They were like plus 17.5 or something, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on that one. Nevada's a
Yeah.
little too shaky. The only reason I would have taken Nevada was because wasn't Colin Kaepernick there?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only reason I was going to take them. Is because maybe they have someone like Colin Kaepernick that
Yeah.
can at least put up some points. to
Yeah,
cover
I
a
looked.
17-point
I mean,
spread.
honestly, I looked at that Tulsa game too. That
I
Tulsa.
did check that
UCF.
Tulsa game, but I don't trust Tulsa. They didn't
Tulsa-
cover for you last week. They didn't cover a couple weeks ago when I think I picked them. I can't do
Yeah.
Tulsa this week. Just like I can't ever do UMass again. Like I never can bet UMass. They're 34.5 against the Army.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to consider taking them because last time I took them as a Superdog, they didn't
Yeah.
get a single fucking point on the board.
Yeah. Luckily, Tulsa has covered more for me this year than they haven't. They just screwed me last week, so
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
tough to
what are you
pick them
going with
again.
for your dog?
So my dog is
Yeah,
Illinois.
dog oh, okay. What's
Illinois at Michigan State.
What's the spread on
Plus 15
that? Plus
for me.
15?
Yeah. So I get 15
That's
points.
that could be good, but Michigan's defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
We tore them up, but that's because we're number one.
Yeah, I'm not super happy about the pick. There's just not a lot of great picks.
Yeah,
This-
there wasn't.
this
There,
one- But you
there
gotta
are
understand,
a few really good games, but then there's a lot of like.
Illinois is one of those teams that they're not that good because they're not consistent.
Yeah,
Illinois, they show flashes of that they're really good, and then the next week they'll come out completely flat. So hopefully, if Illinois plays really well, I understand it's at Michigan State. I know Michigan State's got a good defense, everything, but you also understand that Illinois also beat Wisconsin, and nobody thought that was going to happen.
you know
that
what?
was a
I've
huge
already
dog.
forgotten about that. I've already
Yeah.
forgotten about Wisconsin because they're just a nobody program anymore. They
Yeah,
are ranked.
Dude, people were
number-
so high on them too.
Where are they in the rankings? They're number 13 right now.
Yeah.
Wisconsin is, but they're a nobody program anymore. They're done.
So hopefully Illinois
Yeah.
get it done again. We'll see what happens. The only thing I have to say about last week is whoever scheduled college football that last week, you screwed every college football fan. What was it? 5 teams had a bye week.
Yeah,
Ohio State,
think it
OU, Bama,
LSU
LSU.
and
There's one more in there.
Georgia.
Georgia.
I don't know. if
And,
that's true.
and Clemson played Watford.
They
like-
covered though. Wofford covered.
I
and it gave
understand
me
that,
excitement.
but it's a bad
It gave
game.
me excitement.
It's
It was a great game.
It's a bad game.
I watched like the last 5 minutes.
Terrible
It was
fucking
great.
game.
It was awesome to watch.
So
those
there
last
you
5
go.
minutes.
Six fucking teams. One of them playing an FCS school, and the other 5 having buys. All in the top 10 or whatever, top
Yeah.
13 now or whatever. But
Yeah.
still,
well,
that's
I mean,
a terrible,
dude,
terrible
it's
week
actually
last
awesome
week.
because we're getting a really good time of the year. We got college basketballs back. They
Yep.
just started last night. We got college football is getting into the best stretch of the year for the most part. We're getting there. We still got great, NFL is getting to the end of the year. We're getting into some really marquee games.
Yeah, NBA.
Hockey, NBA are starting to get into the swing of things. They're finally settling into their season. I think this is a great time of the year. There's so much sports going on. We don't even know what to do with it. Be sure to
Absolutely.
check back next week. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. My Twitter and Instagram are at The Bake Is Here. Jake is at Jake Cart on Twitter and
Yep.
at Jake_Cart on Instagram, right?
Yes.
All right, well, follow us there. That's again at The Bake Is Here on Twitter and Instagram, at Jake Cart on Twitter, and Jake_Cart on Instagram. Be sure to follow us, like us. Let us know what your team's doing. Let us know how your bets are doing. Let us let us know what you think of the season so far for football, basketball, NASCAR, baseball, golf, tennis, badminton, rugby,
Wrestling.
Soccer. Didn't want to say it, but I had to throw it out there.
Soccer.
Field hockey, I might as well throw them all together. Field hockey and soccer are about the same thing. That was for you, Joe. Hope you watch it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.